welcome you to this new property that Observe Now marketing segment has launched, which is called Fomo, the future of marketing opportunities. I think we're all in that space in life where we are all running behind something and we all live in this deep rooted secret fear of missing out, which with Observe Now marketing community, we've channelized into understanding the future of marketing opportunities. And with this property, every week we're going to bring to you a leading B2B marketer in India who's going to talk to you about the future of marketing opportunities in the most crisp, concise, and short manner possible. For our launch episode today, I have a very special guest who's agreed to join us and do this opening EP with us. Can we please welcome Ms. Shalini Agrawal, Director Marketing at SAP India. Hi, Ms. Shalini, how are you?
Hi, Tanya. I'm doing well. How are you? Hello to
I'm
all the
very well.
viewers.
Thank you for asking. So, are you excited about the 21 questions that I'm going to be asking you, deeply rooted from your experience of marketing?
Yeah, I just hope I'm able to add value to others.
Absolutely, you will be. So the only rule of this conversation is that the answers have to be crisp, concise, raw, and candid, straight from your heart to the audiences. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
All right, let's begin with our first question for this. Tell me one major emerging marketing trend that you think will shape the future of event marketing.
Revenue-based marketing.
Revenue-based marketing. Okay. One significant factor that influences the planning and execution of events.
For me, it's clean data, clean source of data.
All right. One sustainable practice that you've employed or you wish to employ within your company, SAP?
Quite a few that we've already deployed, but I think I would like to see something around reusing of these sets. Like, you know, we create so many of them at events. If we can do something to reduce the wastage around them and reuse them, I think that would be great.
I think, and much required at this point in time as well. That's a really good answer. Thank you so much for sharing that. Next, I would like to understand from you, can you tell me one tool that you feel is essential for enhancing the work that field marketers or event marketers do?
I think I would really like an AI-based tool tailored to marketing, right? Which can, yeah, tailored to marketing. When I say that, I mean which captures the audience's response, reactions, interactions from all the channels of marketing that we run across. Because right now, most organizations I feel have very disparate sources of, you know, somebody attended an event, somebody did something, but if I put a customer name in my system, I should be able to see, okay, he has interacted with me 5 times over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, and he has shown interest in these 2 or 3 product lines, and maybe even going down to a level where I imagine that if somebody is coming to an event and as soon as they check in, we know their data of what they've done with us, right? So an AI-based marketing central tool.
Okay, very interesting. One upcoming trend that you see in the event marketing space that any businesses should prepare for or marketers should prepare for?
As I said, sales orientation and marketing, you know, pipeline, revenue, sales orientation and marketing. That would be my take.
Okay. One change that now field marketers should adapt now that technology is a really integral part of our lives and our work lives as opposed to what it was a decade ago. So one significant change you've noticed.
Significant change in the way we market? Is that the question?
Yes.
I think a lot of these, my answer would be similar, that now we trying to make it more ROI driven. Like we're really planning in a way that we know what actual opportunities or ROI is going to come out of this program, you know, so that's a significant change.
Okay. One challenge that you see as a marketer today within the events industry space?
I think this data privacy, though, is a good thing, is a challenge for marketeers because a lot of people seem, they are fatigued with the communications, and they seem to be opting out of a lot of communications, and then it gets very challenging as a marketeer to be able to reach to your audiences, right? Yeah, so that it's good and bad. There are plus and minus of the same.
Absolutely. Okay, one aspect that I also wanted to understand from you as the person behind the designation, what is that one factor that motivated you to pursue a career in marketing?
Well, in our times, I think we did an MBA marketing and got into marketing. So I think I just had the passion for marketing to be to do a management in that field, and then just get into the field, and work on it. So that's it. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So another thing that I'd like to ask you is, what is that one source that you constantly refer to when you have to read about, the updates in the marketing world or anything that's changing in the marketing world? What is that source you refer always?
Um, I think any and everywhere where some of the good marketers that I've worked with are writing or speaking. It could be LinkedIn, it could be some blog posts, it could just be their updates about what they are doing, or meeting them at networking events. But it's more following the people who I think do some good marketing work.
Okay. Yes, that's actually also really good, following the right people.
Yeah.
Okay. In case it so happens that some marketing activity of yours fails, I'm sure in your career it must have happened quite a few times. So, what is that one thing that helps you bounce back as a marketer in your professional space? I'm talking about.
Just knowing that things do go on and failure is part of learning, and taking that as a source of motivation to create something better the next time. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. What is that one biggest misconception about marketing and marketers?
I have a very favorite subject on this one, and a lot of times the sales guys come in, and I always tell them we're not just about whining and dining. Don't just come and tell me to put together an event for whining and dining, right? It goes beyond. So that's a misconception. I really aspire to change more in the sales community.
Okay. And since you talked about change, what is that one thing in the marketing industry, if it were up to you, you would change?
I think I would right now I feel the B2C and B2B work as different worlds in marketing, right?
Hmm.
I would really like to have a little more collaboration between the two major streams of marketing as a marketeer, and kind of see what could be cross leveraged from either of them, right?
Absolutely. Okay. Tell me one most unconventional marketing tactics that you've seen that works like a charm.
See, one very surprising campaign, which struck my attention, was what I saw recently being done by, I think, Kurkure, right? They did something around the elections where they picked up some funny anecdotes from the election, drama which is going on, and they actually created the kurkures in the shapes of the politicians, and they had some very funny taglines for a small period of time, but it caught my attention. So I think it was a risky proposition, but I think the fact that it's a fun snack time,
Hmm.
people took it in good humor, and it worked well.
Okay. Um, Tell me a little bit about yourself in that manner. What is that one hobby that you have outside of work?
These days, my hobby is to learn about the financial markets. I mean, over the years they have changed, but as of now, I'm really trying to learn about beyond marketing. I'm trying to kind of learn about the financial markets and how those work and how you can wealth creation and things like that.
Wonderful. Okay, so what if we talk about the technology that we use today, what would be, and if you have to speak only in emojis, what would be that one emoji that that you will use to convey any kind of marketing message to your audience?
I'm really bad at emojis, Tanya. I mean, I can't even make out between the basic emojis, and sometimes friends have to tell me you've used a wrong emoji. So, wrong question for me. I think this one, yeah, seriously. But I wish I could always do the thumbs up emoji for my customers, right? I wish they always give me a thumbs up for everything that I do.
That's a really good answer for somebody who does not understand emojis.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the only one I can think of.
Okay. Okay, now tell me two metrics that you look for when you are onboarding any agency for doing event marketing for you guys at SAP.
See, at SAP, onboarding an agency is a very, very meticulous process. And though we look at a lot of other things like capabilities, etc., but I think compliance is a very big thing for us. So that's something that we, whether it is data compliance or whether it is anti-bribery or all those kind of things. So we really focus a lot on making sure that we're onboarding someone who's compliant on a lot of aspects. And second thing that is very important to me as a marketer is to make sure that they can scale in that compliant environment, because sometimes we scale very fast on certain things, and we need people who can scale with us, right? That should not be a restriction. So those probably are the two I would call out.
Okay. What is that one way you use to measure the ROI of any event?
Look, for us at marketing at SAP, it's very clearly the actual contribution to the sales pipeline out of a
Okay.
marketing event, right? I mean, very, very clear targets on that we work on.
Okay. What is that one aspect where AI technologies today, like ChatGPT, have simplified some form of work?
I have used ChatGPT mostly for content. Like, sometimes you're at a loss of thoughts where to begin when you're trying to write around a newer offering. And that's where ChatGPT has given me those starting points, in my content. So that's where I have mostly used it so far. I do think there is scope for a lot more, but this is what I have used it for so far.
Okay. What is that favorite marketing campaign of yours from an Indian brand?
Brand Modi. That's my favorite campaign from India.
Or any other favorite AI visual video moment of marketing campaign, which can be global?
Okay. Oh, that one, the Victoria Beckham, the bags falling all over from Big Ben to Times Square, really caught my attention. And I wished I could just grab one of them.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as we reach towards the end of this conversation, I think the last question that I'd like to ask you would be one advice that you would like to give someone who are just beginning their career in marketing.
Sell what you're trying to market first.
That's brilliant
So,
advice, Shalini.
yeah.
All right, this has been an absolute pleasure. 21 questions in 8 minutes. I hope each and every one of you who's watching did get an insight into the minds of the marketing director behind SAP and also how the marketing industry is evolving. We try to keep this conversation as crisp and concise as possible for you to consume and for you to understand how we are proceeding in the field of marketing today. Any closing parting thoughts, Ms. Shalini, that you want to share with us before we wrap the conversation?
No, all the best to everybody listening, and hope you took away something from this conversation. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shalini, and I hope that you will be joining us in the next episode that we'll be doing next week with another marketers like yourself. Till then, keep following Observe Now on all social media platforms to keep in check the kind of event marketing activities that we are doing and how we can add value to you. Thank you so much, and I wish you a really productive day.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.